Sexual reproduction is by oospores. You can see oospore कहाँ पे होगा, oosporangium के अंदर होगा. Ascospores कहाँ पे होगा, ascosporangium या ascus, that's the name given. Basidiospore कहाँ पे होगा, basidiosporangium के अंदर. So sexual reproduction takes place by these ways: oospore, ascospores and basidiospores. The various spores are produced in distinct structures called fruiting bodies. So you can see this is the fruiting body. When you have seen mushroom, no? This is the example of mushroom that is given. So where are the spores present? Spores are produced in fruiting body, this part. This is called the fruiting body and spores are produced here. उसके और detail में जाएंगे, we will go to that. This part is called mycelium, and what did I say? Hyphae is a branched structure. Network of hyphae is mycelium. तो इसमें समझ में आ रहा है ना? Mushroom, this part is the fruiting body and this part is the mycelium. Okay, ये fruiting body है, ये mycelium है. So where are the spores produced? Spores are produced in the fruiting body, this part. The sexual cycle involves the following 3 steps. So 3 steps are involved in the sexual cycle of fungi. What are they? Fusion of protoplasms between two motile or non-motile gametes called plasmogamy. Now what is plasmogamy? Plasmo means protoplasm से related है. So plasmo, cytoplasm, protoplasm देख सुना है ना? So plasmogamy, that means the fusion of the protoplasm or the fusion of cytoplasm, you can say, for better understanding. So fusion of protoplasms between two motile. Motile means one which is moving. Motile or non-motile gametes. So fusion of protoplasms between motile or non-motile gametes are called plasmogamy. Okay, and fusion of two nuclei is called karyogamy. ये याद रखना हमेशा. Gamy means fusion, plasma is for protoplasm. Karyo means nucleus, gamy is fusion. Okay, now in biology, whenever you're studying biology, there are terms which are formed by their meanings. So when we are learning the terms, you can with the help of meanings you can automatically understand what is that term for. So here plasmogamy means a fusion of protoplasms and karyogamy means fusion of nuclei. So what are the 3 steps that are told here? Fusion of protoplasm, fusion of nuclei, then meiosis. What is meiosis? You know anything about meiosis? Anything about mitosis, meiosis, you know? हाँ. अच्छा, और क्या मालूम है meiosis के बारे में? Anybody? Anybody? The offsprings would be having half chromosome, that is haploid. Half को क्या haploid और जब 2n, how many chromosomes are there in human beings? How many chromosomes? Huh? 20, 23 pairs of chromosome or you can say 46 chromosome. So half जब बोलेंगे haploid बोलेंगे तो 23 होगा और जब diploid बोलेंगे तो 46 होगा. Okay. So here in meiosis में क्या होता है? It becomes haploid. One individual, one parent nuclei, you can say, it is divided into 4 daughter nuclei and it becomes haploid. Okay, so we will be studying this. है तुम्हारे syllabus में, we will be studying that. Just you understand here, meiosis में it results in haploid spores. Okay, so what are the steps here? What they have written? Look at the diagram here. Fusion of protoplasms. So between two motile or non-motile gametes. So that is plasmogamy. यहाँ पे plasmogamy हो रहा है. Okay, hyphae कौन सा था? ये नीचे वाला portion. Hyphae, this portion, and spores on the fruiting body. So that's why it's mentioned, shown like this. So positive and negative, मतलब two strains or two spores that will combine. प्लाज्मोगैमी हो रहा है. प्लाज्मोगैमी मतलब फ्यूजन ऑफ प्रोटोप्लाज्म. ये दोनों का प्रोटोप्लाज्म का फ्यूजन हो रहा है. So that is what they have shown as N and N. That is 2N. That is diploid. Diploid को हमेशा 2N से represent करेंगे. So that is shown as N and N. That is 2N. Okay. So that is heterokaryotic. Now हेट्रोकैरियोटिक क्योंकि वहां पे दो न्यूक्लियस आ रहा है इसलिए उसको हेट्रो। कैरियन क्या बोला था मैंने, कैरियन मीन्स द न्यूक्लियस. सो हियर द ओनली द प्रोटोप्लाज्म इज फ्यूज्ड, देयर आर टू न्यूक्लियस, सो दैट्स व्हाई इट्स कॉल्ड हेट्रोकैरियोटिक, क्योंकि यहाँ पे दो एन दिखाई दे रहा है, देयर आर टू न्यूक्लियस, सो दैट्स व्हाई इट्स कॉल्ड हेट्रोकैरियोटिक. Then what happens, these two nuclei they will fuse, that's called karyogamy. So fusion of two nuclei take place, that's called karyogamy. So when the fusion of two nuclei take place, what happens, zygote is formed. Zygote मालूम है ना, what is zygote, everybody knows that, what is zygote, हाँ tell me, हाँ बोलो. Okay, the when the fusion of gametes together fuse to form zygote. Okay, so here क्या हो रहा है, पहले क्या फ्यूज हुआ, प्रोटोप्लाज्म फ्यूज हुआ, उसके बाद क्या फ्यूज हुआ, न्यूक्लियाई फ्यूज हुआ, एंड देन व्हाट हैपेंस, zygote is formed. इसके बाद zygote में क्या होगा, meiosis will take place. So this zygote here it is written diploid, that is 2n. Okay, so उसमें क्या होगा, meiosis will take place and then what will happen, meiosis के बाद क्या होता है, diploid will change into haploid. When you study meiosis that will be more clear, just remember diploid, meiosis में diploid will change into haploid. So here क्या होगा, diploid is changed into haploid. So meiosis will be taking place and then the spores are formed. So spores would be haploid or diploid, spores would be haploid, है ना, क्योंकि यहाँ पे haploid हो रहा है, spores would be haploid. Okay, so these are the steps of sexual cycle of fungi. What are they? First the fusion of protoplasm take place, then the fusion of nuclei take place, then what happens, meiosis take place. So उसके बाद क्या होता है, haploid spores are formed. This diagram is not given in your textbook, just to explain you I have shown you. Only these steps if you learn, that's enough. Then when a fungus reproduces sexually, two haploid hyphae of compatible mating types come together and fuse. यहाँ पे मैंने क्या बोला था, यहाँ plus and minus से देखा था ना. So these are the mating types, like two, like male and female. In the same way, यहाँ पे two mating types, two strains you can say, they are coming together. So in some fungi, the fusion of two haploid cells immediately results in diploid cells. However, in other fungi, Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes, we will be seeing that. What are they? They are the types of fungi. Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes, an intervening dikaryotic stage n plus n, that is two nuclei per cell occurs. ये मैंने जो बताया था ना heterokaryotic, ये है वो dikaryotic जो बोला है, that is n plus n, two nuclei. So here an intervening dikaryotic stage occurs. Such a condition is called dikaryon. Why dikaryon? Karyon क्या बोला था मैंने? That is nucleus. Di means two. So two nucleus. Dikaryon. Remember, karyon means nucleus. And the phase is called dikaryophase. Again, वो phase को, that is the that stage. That stage is called dikaryophase of fungus. So what is the dikaryophase of fungus? When there are two nuclei per cell. That is the dikaryon stage. Later the parental nuclei fuse and the cells become diploid. Same thing जो मैंने बताया था वही बता रहा है. These two nuclei fuse and the cells become diploid. ये zygote बना, that is diploid in number. So later the two parental nuclei fuse and the cells become diploid. The fungi form fruiting bodies in which reduction division occurs, leading to formation of haploid spores. So I told you earlier, fruiting body में haploid spores are formed. The spores are haploid and that is formed in the fruiting body. The morphology of the mycelium. Where is the mycelium? In the upper part or the lower part? Where is the lower part? So the morphology of mycelium, mode of spore formation and fruiting bodies form the basis for division of the kingdom into various classes. So this kingdom is divided into various classes based on the morphology of mycelium, based on the spore formation, fruiting body. In सबको मिला के they are divided into classes. So we will see those classes. So there are four type of classes: Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes and Deuteriomycetes. These are the 4 classes of kingdom fungi. We will see that. So Phycomycetes. This is the general cycle I've just made here, so that वही अभी जो मैंने समझाया था वही चीज़ है यहाँ पे. यहाँ देखो germination, ये कुछ तुम लोग की टेक्स्ट बुक में नहीं है, just for explaining. Just see this. Spores are produced from the spore producing structure. Spores are produced. Germination take place. Mycelium. ये सिर्फ asexual reproduction है. Sexual reproduction में क्या होता है? Two spores from two mating types. Two spores are they will come together. Plasmogamy take place, that is a fusion of cytoplasm. क्या बनता है? Heterokaryotic, that is 2n, n plus n, 2 nucleus are there. Then karyogamy take place, that is fusion of nuclei. उससे क्या बनेगा? Zygote is formed. Zygote में फिर meiosis होगा. Meiosis से क्या होगा? Spore producing structures और spores, then spores would be formed. Then again germination, mycelium, the cycle would be repeated. So main thing you have to remember is plasmogamy takes place, that is fusion of cytoplasm. उससे क्या बनेगा? Heterokaryotic और dikaryotic would be formed. Then that those nuclei will fuse, that is karyogamy will take place. उसके बाद एक zygote बनेगा, that is diploid. Then meiosis take place, that is reduction division. और यहाँ का जो diploid है, that will change into haploid spores. So this is how the sexual life cycle of fungi take place. So we will see the different types of fungi. First we will see Phycomycetes, that is the different classes of fungi. So Phycomycetes, they are found in aquatic habitats and on decaying wood in moist and damp places, or as obligate parasites on plants. So they are found in aquatic habitat, that means in water area, and on decaying food in moist and damp places, or as obligate parasite. What do you mean by obligate parasite? Anybody? Obligate parasite कुछ मालूम है? No one? Parasite क्या होगा? Okay, obligate क्या होगा? Anybody? Okay, find out today. Okay, that's your assignment today. Find out what is obligate parasite. There are different type of parasites, obligate parasites or भी types. Find out the types of parasites and what is obligate parasite. Find it out and tell me. Put it in the group. What is mycelium? उसका कैसा है? Aseptate. What did I tell? What is aseptate mycelium? What does it mean? They are not having division. Base walls are not there. Okay, so the mycelium is aseptate and cenocytic. Remember, अभी मालूम है ना what is aseptate and cenocytic? So the mycelium is aseptate and cenocytic. Or I'll show you once again if you don't remember. This one. So they are mycelium is aseptate. That means cross walls are not there. Septate में cross walls होता है, इसमें नहीं होता. So they are aseptate and cenocytic. Examples देखो उसका Phycomycetes का mucor, albigo, it is found on leaves and all. Rhizopus. Rhizopus is what? Rhizopus? Red mold. Yes. Asexual reproduction take place by zoospores. Zoospores are motile. Motile means they can move. So in Phycomycetes, asexual reproduction take place by zoospores and or by aplanospores that are non-motile. They are not moving. Zoospores are moving because they are having like a flagella sort of thing, no? So they are moving. So asexual reproduction takes place by zoospores or by aplanospores. The spores are endogenously produced in sporangium. Spores are endogenously produced means अंदर प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है. यहाँ देखो इसके अंदर हो रहा है स्पोर्स. एक्सोजिनसली और एंडोजिनसली, देयर आर टू टाइप्स. एक्सोजिनसली मींस बाहर प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है, यहाँ एंडोजिनसली मींस स्पोर्स आर प्रोड्यूस्ड इनसाइड द स्पोरेंजियम. ये है स्पोरेंजियम, उसके अंदर स्पोर्स है. स्पोरेंजियम या मैंने क्या बोला था? स्पोरेंजियम जिसमें स्पोर्स स्टोर्ड है, दैट इज स्पोरेंजियम. सो यू कैन फाइंड inside the sporangium spores are produced, so they are endogenously produced in sporangium. Okay, वैसे यहाँ पे देखो zoospores are in zoosporangium. Aplanospores are in एप्लेनोस्पोरेंजियम, ये देखो इसके अंदर है एप्लेनोस्पोर्स. ओके, so the spores are endogenously produced in sporangium. A zygospore is formed by fusion of two gametes. So यहाँ पे क्या होगा, sexual reproduction. A zygospore कैसे form हो रहा है, देखो two mating types are there. This diagram is not given, just for explanation I am showing you. Two mating types are there, यहाँ plus or minus ले, there are two mating types. और ये दोनों दोनों देखो, their fusion is taking place between the gametes and the zygote is formed. तो last में क्या form हो रहा है, zygospore is formed. So a zygospore is formed by fusion of two gametes. The gametes are similar in morphology, isogamous. Remember these words. Gamous means for gamete, iso means for similar. So isogamous means the gametes are similar. Aniso means dissimilar. Gamous is for gametes. So anisogamous means dissimilar or oogamous. So dissimilar, anisogamous और oogamous को dissimilar बोलते हैं. Isogamous को क्या बोलते हैं, similar. So the gametes are similar in morphology, isogamous, or dissimilar in dissimilar, anisogamous or oogamous. Okay, so they are dissimilar. Anisogamous is a type of reproduction in which male and female gamete have different morphology. ये anisogamous और oogamous बता रही हूँ. In which the male and female gamete have different morphology, they differ in size and shape. Oogamous is a type of anisogamous in which female gamete is significantly larger than the male gamete. Okay, we human beings, we are oogamous because the ovary is larger than the sperm. So here anisogamous का मतलब क्या है, male and female gamete they are having different morphology. Oogamous का मतलब क्या है, female gamete is larger than male. So here in this phycomycetes the gametes are maybe isogamous or they may be anisogamous or oogamous. So some common examples are mucor, I showed you. Mucor, Rhizopus, albugo. Albugo the parasitic fungi. यहाँ पे ये देखो albugo, mucor, Rhizopus. These are the examples of phycomycetes. I hope this much only. There are 3 more classes present in this, but that would be too much today. So we'll stop here. Just have a look at the video and then we can stop. This is yesterday's question. Have a look at that.